If you are looking to submit a spousal sponsorship or a common law sponsorship application for permanent residence, I'm sure you've always wondered why is it that inside Canada application processing times are much longer and why is outside Canada processing times shorter, and why does it take so much of time in an application? Why does it take time, so many several months? So as of right now, inside Canada processing is about 22 months. This is for spousal sponsorship or common law partners in Canada class. And outside Canada, which is also called as family class, the processing time is roughly 15 months. Of course, in several cases, the applications can get processed much sooner. Also, I'm not sure if you knew this, but this is a very important one. You can actually submit an application for processing outside Canada, which is Outland application under family class, even if you are inside Canada. I'm sure a lot of you did not know that, but you can absolutely do that. So earlier, I think about 2 to 3 years back, when Sean Fraser made some changes and made a public policy and said, if you can make an inland application, outland application, it doesn't matter as long as your spouse is inside Canada. Even if they did an outland spousal sponsorship, they would be eligible to apply for an open work permit. This was a game changer. It changed a lot of things because one of the fundamental differences between an inland spousal sponsorship and outland spousal sponsorship, one of the biggest one was that the inland was eligible for an open work permit, outland was not. But this change from Sean Fraser made it possible for everybody who, if they're inside Canada, to make an application for open work permit. This basically meant that the only difference now between an inland and outland is that outland applications have a right to appeal if their spousal sponsorship is refused. Inland applications don't have a right to appeal. So you would wonder, why would anybody make an application from inside Canada? Anyways, longer processing times, no advantage for, no additional advantage other than, for the work permit, and you don't even have a right to appeal. Well, I do not know why you would still do it, but I'm sure a lot of people still prefer to do it that way. But just to give you an insight that for 2025, the immigration levels plan target for family class or the spouses is about 70,000 people. For 2026, it is 66,500, and for 2027 is 61,000. So it is reducing each year, which basically means that the processing times will get longer. At the end of the day, IRCC officers are working towards a PR target, a immigration levels plan, a quota. It's not limitless. It's not like they can continue to submit applications regardless of what the PR quotas are. I'm not sure if you know, Quebec has a separate quota system for the family class spousal sponsorship. And if their quotas are complete, they basically stop the intake and therefore impacting even further the application which are being submitted from Quebec for the spousal sponsorship. So knowing this or having this knowledge is really, really important so that you can prepare, you can plan when you're going to get married, when you're going to be making an application to submit. Well, the rule of thumb is if you're married, if you're looking to sponsor, well, put in an application at the earliest. You can absolutely be in Canada and still choose to make an application outside Canada. The only difference is that, for example, if you're doing an inland Canada application, if you get asked to come for an interview, it will be at an inland inside Canada processing office. But if you are making an application for outland spousal sponsorship, then if you get called for an interview, it would be at a visa office, visa post outside Canada. That is now the only big difference. Other than that, you can absolutely choose whatever stream you're most likely to go for. And on that note, congratulations on the big day, and I hope you have a very long and happy married life.